Why, hello! Welcome to this week's Future Proof Plays. I am going to be playing a game called Adios. It is a game in which I am a pig farmer who wishes to stop doing body disposal for the mafia. Hello and adios. I hadn't thought far enough ahead to realize someone would make that joke. So this will be a relatively short stream as far as these games go. How Long to Beat says this game's hour and a half to 2 hours. I can probably bet on the upper end of that just because there's chit chat and stuff like that. But we shall see. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I don't think there are content warnings for this, but we will find out. Unfortunately, I should have looked it up. All right. So let's get started. I'll move my camera if it turns out to be in the way, but it wasn't in the intro, so I think I'm okay. My task is tell him I'm done.
I can't do this anymore.
What?
This.
What, mornings?
No. All of this.
You mean the deal?
Afraid so.
What do you mean? You need better pay, different hours?
No, nothing like that. Just, done with this.
Uh-huh. Okay. You wanna...
Whoops. Game is a bit quiet all around, but I will definitely turn it up for y'all. Volume settings are at 100%. Huh, okay. I'm gonna say no. I don't think I cut off audio. I think the question is intentionally like this.
No.
Say no.
Suit yourself. So, you done, huh?
Yep.
You do understand what that means, right?
That's presumably human bits. I'm gonna ask if it
Does
means
it have
anything.
to mean anything?
Doesn't work like that. You know that.
I must be getting forgetful in my old age.
Uh-huh. Nothing I can do to change your mind.
Huh.
I'm afraid not.
Well, let's go get some coffee. Talk things over.
Oh.
Come on.
The breakfast.
Smells delicious as always.
Sadie was the real cook.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Not much that's better than your home-cooked eggs.
Hope you don't mind. I left out the bell peppers this time.
Can't stand them.
I have some delicious tea, even though it is hot as hell outside. A helpful cut.
Sadie always liked peppers, though, so I put up with them.
Not to change the subject, but how long we been doing this for, you think?
15 years, just about.
Summer of '78. Why'd we meet? What was it?
Ooh. Say Bill was sick.
Bill was sick.
And you couldn't afford a doctor.
No, we could not.
So you needed my help.
You or God's.
Well, here's what I remember. I had a problem that night, and Jimmy was trying to help me solve that problem when who should come in through that door but you?
I'm gonna inspect this pepper real quick. Okay. It does not shake out.
Jimmy was always bragging about connections back home. I thought he could help.
Jimmy knew we could help each other, so he called up Tony. We agreed, made a deal. We all agreed. Ugh. Anyone ever tell you you're no good at making coffee?
Every time you visit.
Thought you'd have got it better by now.
Well, Sadie made the coffee. I made the bacon.
It's
That's
good
funny.
bacon. You know, when I was a kid, I thought pigs were all pink with curly tails.
Yorkshires are. Mine are red wattle. American breed. Not a lot of them out there, you know.
That's so.
Mm-hmm. Always thought it'd be nice, you know, to raise pigs that was different. I had some Yorkies way back. Must have been, I don't know, before the service.
Long time ago.
I'm an old man.
You and me both. So why the Waddles? Huh, funny name.
Like I said, American breed. Nearly went extinct. Thought I'd do my part to keep them alive. And that tastes good.
You aren't wrong. You know, the other day, I was reading the paper.
Look at you, an intellectual.
Maybe. Anyways, I
No,
read that
I
pigs
agree,
were
Greg.
as smart as us. You believe that?
Oh no. So I don't know, and obviously the game does not want me to know yet, whether I am trying to plead for my life, placate this person. Yeah, home skillet here looks very young to have been doing something for 15 years. I'm gonna say no.
Not particularly.
Cows, I get. Cows are dumb. They're afraid of those, those metal bars in the ground.
Oh, geez. I don't know enough about cattle to know which it is. I'm gonna call it a cattle grid.
Cattle grid.
Cattle grids, huh?
Yep.
Well, my point is, cows are dumb. Pigs, I read, are smart.
And you read that in the paper.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the pigs know
Know what?
that they're food?
Oh, pigs don't think like that.
How do you know?
'Cause I know pigs. Pigs ain't like us. Well, sure, they're smart. They eat, they sleep, but they do not plan. They don't think about the future.
And I suppose you do?
Every man does.
I think I'm just about finished up here. What do you say I accompany you today?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What, help out with the farm chores? Shovel manure, milk goats, stuff like that?
Sure. Always wanted to know how to milk goats.
As long as you're okay with shoveling manure first. What about your sidekick?
Protege. When I retire, he'll be the man you'll be dealing with. Good guy. Smart. Discreet. Ambitious.
Like you, I guess. But, listen. I told you already. I'm quitting.
We'll see.
So... Okay. So the voice actor of the mafia person sounds super familiar. And it's been a long time since I've played Borderlands, but Handsome Jack comes to mind as... Maybe it's just the cadence, but They sound so familiar. Alright. I guess I pick a place to do some chores. What happens if I make a bid for freedom? Yeah, this game appreciates jumping, does not appreciate jumping over things. Okay, nope, no real running start. I appreciate the good hook. I'll go over here. Well, we'll get stuck on some trees. Well, guess I have to. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. A list of chores. Move the manure, milk the goats. I think subtitles are on, but it does not. I mean, it's not saying hope. And there is no talking in game right now. Hello, pigs. You were looking for so trailers playing in a tab. Delightful. I occasionally have this trouble. Although I have turned off autoplay in a very
What's the wheelbarrow for?
Hauling.
Hauling what?
in a very aggressive way such that even YouTube videos won't autoplay. And I like it. It's fine. It saves me from random things accidentally running in the background. Let's say...
Shit.
Ah, and what are we supposed to do with this crap?
We are going to fertilize. Well, not now, it's October, but we're going to put it in a nice big pile where it belongs.
We?
Well, you did say you wanted to help.
Yeah, guess I did.
So help. Pick up that shovel over there. We'll shovel it in, wheel it out, dump it, and we're good.
And you do this every day.
Mm-hmm. Most every day.
And you want to keep doing this every day.
It's my routine.
Shoveling shit.
Someone's got to do it.
That isn't the first time you've told me that.
I remember.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know, I did some digging on you. Personally, not the shit kind. Know what I found?
I reckon you'll tell me.
You went back. What happened that day in the valley?
You saw the report. I'm not going to talk about it.
Come on.
No.
Suit yourself. You've got a medal. You didn't have to go back. Had a wife and kid here. In a time where most of us were trying to figure out how to stay home. You went back.
You going somewhere with this?
Think it'd be fun if you told me why? While we're shoveling shit?
I was recon. You know that, I reckon. Was in the hospital, staring at the ceiling. Magazines next to me on the bed. And I had this, moment. A moment of clarity.
A revelation.
In the revelation was this. Them protesters weren't doing a damn thing. The hippies and the bands weren't changing anything. You know who was?
The Vietnamese? The Russians?
No. No, the news. You hit someone hard enough day in, day out with the realities of war, pretty soon they'll tire of it. Vietnam, that was our first time that close to war. So, figured,
You figure?
you ain't the only one of us who's killed people.
I think I offered you that job back in '74.
Turned it down for the same reason I went back. They were telling us our patriotic duty was to go and fight for our country. Well, that's what I did.
You weren't recon when you went back, though.
Went back with a camera. Talked them into letting me help with the press, keeping them safe and all that. So I did. And I took pictures. Took all the pictures I could. I fought in a different way.
Did you win?
We pulled out of Nam, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. And now you're here. Great big war hero. Shuffling shit.
Yeah. Shoveling shit.
Move the manure is done. Not actually dumping it, but that's okay. Approaching scene.
Huh. I've always wondered what was in this shack.
Have you now?
Figured it was just some old shack at first, but every time I asked what was in there, you haven't been forthcoming.
I have not, no.
Tried to take a look in the window once.
Did you now?
Huh.
Got a light?
Ta-da! Beautiful, right?
Pop machines. Here I figured you had a deep, dark secret.
We have a deep, dark secret. This here is one of my hobbies.
What, collecting them?
Well, sure, I collect them, I guess, but that's not really the point.
Is there a point to any hobby?
It depends. What I meant was that it's no fun to just collect them. I fix them up. That's where the real fun is.
Makes sense.
This is kind of cool. Unbearably good root beer.
You look like you want to ask me something.
Why pop machines?
I like a good soda pop.
And the jump from that to having a bunch of machines in a blacked out shed?
I used to work at the town library after school, and somebody thought it would be a good idea to put in a pop machine. 50, 51, thereabouts. Anyways, it was cantankerous, as these things tended to be, especially back then, and Mrs. Olson. She was the librarian at the time. Knew I was handy, asked me to fix it.
And you've been fixing pop machines ever since?
Well, not exactly. Didn't think much of it for years until after some time I got back from overseas, and I was at this junkyard, and I saw a Kruger Schmidt.
A what?
A Kruger Schmidt. Yeah, I jumble the words, I know, probably French or something.
Oh,
It
no.
Sounds German.
German. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, it looked so dilapidated that I just had to take it home and fix it. Of course, you know how the wife is. She just about threw a hissy fit. But I brought her to this here shed and got to work. Fixed her up real nice,
Then what?
Had myself a nice pop. And then I sold it and figured that was all there was to it. But then there was an auction in town and someone was selling a pair of Vendos. Well, I figured, hey, I could fix that too.
And it snowballed from there.
That it did.
But why?
It relaxes me.
I don't know. Soda machines. It's an unusual thing for a man to want to fix. Don't people get paid to fix them?
It is unusual, but when the missus and I would get into fights or when things was bad or I was anxious, well, I don't know. Well, Sadie's sister, once she passed, told me that it was all right to cry, that it wasn't weakness, that it was okay. And I remember sitting there in that empty living room with everyone murmuring and telling me how sorry they were, and I didn't feel like I needed to cry.
Didn't you miss her?
Of course I did. Still do. But I don't know. Not everybody needs to cry. I don't need to cry. I don't get in that way, you know? Weakness? No. I don't know what she was talking about, weakness. Crying never felt weak to me. That's just not how I am.
I can't remember the last time I cried. Maybe that movie about the boy and his dogs.
Oh, always cry over that one. Dogs are good. Innocent. Yeah, when a dog dies, that always moves me to tears. Yeah. But Josie insisted. Then she kept insisting. Then, I don't know. I think she got offended I wouldn't cry, as if she loved Sadie more than me. And she made me feel like I was something wrong. Of course, that wasn't true. There wasn't nothing wrong with me. I just didn't, I wasn't like that. It wasn't what I needed. It wasn't how I needed to grieve. This is how I grieve, this right here. When I got a problem, I fix it. And when I fix it, I fix a little part of me. And I don't know how or why, but it's healing. It's a healing thing, and that's why a man's got to have a hobby.
Sorry,
No, it's all right. I figured, you know. I figured if someone's got to know, this is my quiet little hobby. A thing I do to help me work out my worries.
well, yeah. Looks like you fixed this one up real nice.
I'm proud of it. Proud of all of them. But I'm proud of this one most.
Thank you for taking the time to show me.
There's another reason I wanted to show this to you.
What's
Uh-oh.
If you want it, it's yours.
that? What am I gonna do with a pop machine?
Well, grab yourself a nice, refreshing drink of soda every so often, you big dummy.
So we are bartering.
I couldn't possibly.
Please. A little memento of our time together.
Oh, come on. A memento? Let's keep this train rolling. We can work something out.
You come on back by, pick up the soda machine. Take it home with you. Or don't. If you really got no use for it, I won't be offended.
I'll think it over. What's next?
So I could also go for some root beer. I don't even I don't particularly like root beer. I don't dislike it. But sometimes I want the particular kind of crispness that is a root beer. But yeah, I think you're right about the wife. Past tense in the kitchen, some present tense mixed in as we go around. Yeah, cream soda, but it's always way sweeter than I think it will be. It's I like the flavor strip. I do not like the fact that it just I feel like my whole body is just covered in syrup after I have some. And I wish that I liked ice cream floats, because those are beverages, typically associated with that, but I don't like that sort of thing mixed with my ice cream. But yeah. Sarsaparilla. Isn't that just root beer? Check the shed. Okay. Throw horseshoes is on this list. Okay. Not sure how that icon's gonna work out sometimes for the interaction icon. Sarsaparilla. Very close to root beer. So it does seem like we are gonna do at least a mild attempt at haggling for our lives. Giving up secrets and soda machines, but homeboy's not here for it. There's the horseshoes. Let's do something where I can make this man do some work. So, of course, I love this art style. I'm a sucker for this sort of
Don't you own a
outline,
tractor?
painterly style. Hi, it's a horse. Hi, horse.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, pigs I get. Goats too. Some fellas have chickens and cows, and that's all well and good, but what's the point of a horse?
Horses are God's most beautiful creatures.
What, you just keep a horse around because they're beautiful?
Horses belong on farms.
Uh-huh. You haven't got a saddle for them, so you don't ride them. There's no racehorse. Can't eat him.
You could.
What's the point?
You could eat him.
I don't see the point in a farm without a horse. Gotta have a
Feed
horse.
him. That's what he's here for.
and-
I feed him.
What's this about them being beautiful? Beautiful. Really. Beautiful, he says. Spindly legs and bloated bellies and those weird teeth. Sleep standing up. Who sleeps standing up? Something wrong with that. Aren't you going to say something?
One day maybe this fella will understand. There you go. There you go.
To me, I mean.
I keep apples here because he likes them. Likes the salt lick too. Want to feed him one?
Nah, I'm good.
Suit yourself.
Finally, they give me an
All right,
objective.
here you go, boy. No,
For what I've been
I
doing.
gotta get going. Why don't you walk on out to pasture, rest a spell?
Horses give me the willies.
Can't see why.
That horse is very cool. Okay. Does not want it. Well, we're gonna travel on with this apple for a bit. Milk the goats. Saving the horseshoes for last. Well, no, let's do them now. Yeah, they're kind of scary. They're almost always bigger than I think they will be. There we go. That's how one properly disposes of an apple. And once thrown, the apple can no longer be picked up. It's fair. The horseshoes.
Why horseshoes?
Well, why not horseshoe?
Doesn't it feel stereotypical?
Well, look around you. My nearest neighbor lives, half a mile down the road. It ain't the city. We don't have nightclubs and pool halls to go hang out at.
Pool halls? What is this, 1890? This is 1992, friend. We got shopping malls for teenagers, restaurants, clubs, whatever. But pool halls? I don't even know if they had those when I was a kid.
Uh-huh. Well, time doesn't pass out here as quickly, I suppose. No need for all that, stimulation.
Ah, so you play horseshoes.
Or read a good book. Develop photos you took for yourself. Go fly fishing.
It sounds idyllic. Quaint, but idyllic. And you just want to give up this home-cooked paradise?
So I am kind of stuck. Huh. It's lonely. I'm just so tired because it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know if options 2 and 3 are disabled or if the tilt and grayness is tone. Oh, they are not available.
That's lonely, too.
We could get you a nice place in the city.
Ah,
I get it.
Never was
I
one
like
for
it.
crowds.
Thought you said you were lonely.
I'd be just as lonely in a crowd. Sadie, she, nobody else could really see me, understand what I was.
How do you figure? What?
After Saigon when I got back. All these people were hugging their loved ones or protesting or whatever, and I don't know. I never felt more alone in all my life. I was home. I should have been happy, and I wasn't.
Well, it wasn't a popular war. You lost friends too, right?
Yeah, but when I got home, it was dark, and there was Sadie waiting for me. Porch light like a halo around her head. And I knew I wasn't alone anymore.
So you came back to your high school sweetheart.
There does not seem to be a way.
I thought he'd have married her by then. I didn't think she'd wait for me.
Why not? You're a handsome guy. I bet all sorts wanted you, especially back then. Women love a man in uniform.
You see that house on the hill?
What, the burned out one? I always wondered what happened there.
Gary Gordon, of the Gordon family. Went to high school with us. But, well, most of us were farm folk. Sadie, her dad, was the county judge, so for us that's pretty high society. The Gordons owned a lot of land, and all that passed to Gary after his ma died. In high school, he'd been our quarterback after his pa paid off the school, but he wasn't a bad athlete.
Good-looking guy?
Oh, a real James Dean. And he had eyes for Sadie. That poor farm boy who couldn't play on the team versus a star quarterback. Shit, what kind of contest was that?
Hey, who wouldn't want all this?
Man, yet when I came home, there she was.
Where was Gary? He served too?
Gary was too rich to serve. Star quarterback had some health exemption. Didn't get drafted.
So then, where was he?
Running his dad's business. Trying to win her heart. Didn't work. Well, she invited him to the wedding. I didn't want him there, but, well, you know Sadie. Well, the Gordons own most of the property around here, including the 200 acres surrounding that hill.
Right.
And he built a house.
A house? Wait, that house?
The very same.
Looks like it was a mansion.
It was.
Why'd he build it?
I don't know. To remind her what she'd given up, maybe?
So, what happened to the wealthy Gary Gordon in his mansion?
Well, he built it one year. Must have been 1966 or so, and he went inside and he just disappeared. Then one night, about a year later, there was a storm and boom, no more Gary Gordon.
No more Gary Gordon. Huh.
What
Maybe
the fuck?
He was lonely too.
Maybe. All right, you win. What next?
So, as you could probably tell by the way I was waggling my mouse, I could not find a way to not throw those, like, shuriken. Also, the way they trap you into a space is very interesting. It's not a hard wall, but you slow down to such an impossible speed, which I think is an interesting approach. Uh-oh. This seems like a place where bad things can happen. Although, I guess that's true of many places on a farm. Where did... Oh. For some reason that grunt reminds me of, like, Quake. Maybe Quake 2. It's been a while since I've seen or played either of those. Oh my goodness. Look at these adorable little babies. Goat house.
You know, back home they call you the pig farmer.
That description is apt.
And yet, you also have goats.
I do also have goats. And a horse. And I had a dog. Tried cows once. Bill raised a newt or something, but it died.
Well, most people have, I don't know, chickens and cows. You got goats.
Is that judgment I hear?
No judgment, no. Just wondering, why goats?
Goat milk.
There can't be much profit in that.
Well, there's enough. Besides, I had you.
Have. You still have.
As I've said, I'm no longer interested in that particular revenue stream.
We're the ones who sever ties. And you don't want us severing ties.
I believe I made myself clear.
You know, I feel like we've had this conversation a couple of times now, and you still don't seem to get that I'm done with this line is just gonna look really silly at the end of the day.
You were asking me about goats.
Yeah, goats.
I like them. They like to play. They'll eat just about anything. The milk's an acquired taste, but I've always liked the cheese. Meat's good with the right curry. A friend taught me that a while back.
So, you like them for the utility?
I like them because they're playful. Want to get started?
Started?
Milking.
Oh, hey, really? I've always wanted to try that.
Well,
Hello, Martin Owens.
here's your chance. My goats are smart. They know what's up, so they'll just walk up. Here they are.
Oh,
Come on.
so cute.
Now they'll just take their positions here like they should. Got feed all ready for them. Just you take a seat there.
Not very comfortable.
Suppose not. Well, now that we're seated, all you gotta do is grab the teat with your thumb and forefinger.
And pull?
No, don't pull. Just sort of rhythmically squeeze with the rest of your fingers. Gently pushing the milk out.
Like this?
Just like that, yes. All you gotta do is do that till the goat's out of milk.
Huh. This is kind of nice.
I found it relaxing.
Well, I think I could get used to this.
Why don't you?
Say what?
Why not get used to this?
What? Come work with you?
Sure.
Yeah, some folks might take issue with that.
Well, can't make everybody happy. Better than ending up shot.
I have a note to shoot him.
Hey,
Oh.
hey!
Oh, gun down. Life over just like that.
I usually get to shoot back.
Well, we all wind up dead in the end, don't we?
I'd rather live as long as possible.
What good is that?
Living?
What good is living if you ain't happy?
Who says I'm not happy?
I'm not.
You could be.
I don't think I could. Well, that does it for the goats.
I'm glad I did not need to participate in that
Still,
exercise.
Thinking about what I've been saying?
I haven't stopped.
Changed your mind?
No. No, I have not.
The tree.
You know what this is?
Y'all,
Tree?
I'm so nervous.
Well, you ever seen a tree like it?
A tree's a tree.
Remember all them roasted chestnuts at Christmas?
Oh, sure.
No.
I mean, I kind of figured. Been by often enough to see the chestnuts myself. Why? Is it special to you?
This is an American chestnut tree.
Oh, hey, Saul. He's telling us about his American chestnut tree.
American, huh? Thought they all died.
What?
You remembered.
Pays to remember things.
Like the American chestnut.
I'm a little lost here.
Oh, a couple weeks back, Saul came by, said you couldn't make it. Business as usual. Saw I had a bucket of chestnuts, asked if pigs could eat 'em, so we got to talking and I told him about chestnuts.
Uh-huh. And what did you learn?
Pork tastes better with chestnuts. And most American chestnuts have died off.
It's true. Long before you or I was born, the American chestnut was prized for the quality of its wood.
Jimmy'd like that.
Oh, that he would, that he would. But this tree, there ain't many like it left. American chestnuts almost all died out because of the Asian fungus around 1900 or so. The chestnut blight.
That's, what, like a couple 100,000 trees?
Oh, billions. 4 billion trees. Snuffed out practically overnight. Well, lumberjacks suddenly out of work in places like West Virginia. Those economies never recovered.
I thought West Virginia was coal country.
Logging, too, before it all died off. Now there's trees like the General here, making nuts year-round. And I feed them to the Reds, and they grow nice and fat and tasty.
Seems lonely.
It is lonely. Heartbreakingly lonely. To know everyone else you ever loved has passed on. So, I look after him, and he looks after me, and I don't know. Sadie and I, we talked about being buried here, you know.
Changed your mind?
Brody's grave was enough for me. But, I don't know. I thought about having him moved. I don't know.
You've got plenty of years left in you yet. So, what's the moral of the story? With the trees, I mean.
Be wary of outsiders.
Heck no. There are trees out there that are blight resistant. Maybe even the General here, but I'm too afraid to find out. With enough time and horticultural understanding, we could have done something.
Preserved all these trees?
Maybe we could have. They are magnificent. It's just that... I don't know. I wasn't trying to teach you a lesson or anything.
But you did make a point of it.
I did do that. It's a part of me is all. And God willing, to live for 100 more years. I don't know. I see myself as a custodian of sorts. And one day
Saul, go ahead and wait for me at the van. Hey. Hey. Look at me. You're thinking about dying. Thinking you can pass this responsibility off to someone else. You don't have to do this. Give the tree another decade of your time.
Well, the time of my demise aside, someone ought to know about the tree.
Jimmy'd love to know about this.
Oh, Jimmy would cut it down.
He would.
Please. Don't tell him.
Hey, I'm good at keeping secrets, but Jimmy's Jimmy.
Please. Let me rest here. And if there's a way to... Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Hey, you got more to show me, right?
So,
The garage, huh?
No tour would be complete without the garage.
I have to ask, why a sports truck?
So, two things come to mind as I'm playing this. Gregory mentioned real good tension building. Yeah, I like this sort of slow burn. It reminds me of a book. I'm finding myself doing something that I do when I read books, which is checking to see my progress to know where in the tension arc I am, because I sometimes am not sure, like, is the death imminent? And so I know the game is about 90 minutes, give or take, and I've been streaming for about 45 minutes. And so I'm like, okay, so we're not at a decision point yet. Like, the person's soul approaching is not end game. That's too rapid of an explosion. So, but I like it anyway. It's just I'm kind of nervous about that sort of thing. And then the second thing is that this protagonist is very, I think, very sympathetic. Got this sort of complex life, etc. But you do have to wonder, like, this is a person who is willing to help dispose of bodies for 15 years that the mafia, needed disposing of. And I think this game makes it hard to keep that in mind, which I think is cool. But also, it's a way to keep engaged. Is like, it's lonely out here and all these horseshoes. Like, nothing. I mean, he could be lying, but there's nothing about the story so far that says he must be lying. But you also have to go, like, this person has done bad things, and has consistently done bad things for 15 years, even if he's feeling bad about it now. There's a good bit in good old Eshel Rock where the tension of the book is messed up by how you can tell by feel how many pages are left. I don't know if it's messed up by that, but it's definitely, like, I'm a person who keeps, like, the percentage marker on, like, Kindle books, ebooks that I read, so that I kind of know my progress through a book. I don't know. I don't know if it messes it up or not. I think it's a valid question to ask, but yeah. All right.
I think they're called coupe utility, but, you mean, why not a sports car?
Yeah, I mean, I always figured you'd have a midlife crisis like the rest of us. Sports car, motorcycle, an affair, something like that.
Couldn't really say why I love these so much. Saw mine one day, fell in love.
With that.
Mm-hmm. I had to bring her home with me.
I'll admit, it has a charm to it.
But she won't run.
No? Well, pop the hood. Let's take a look.
You're serious?
Sure. Already had my midlife crisis.
Motorcycle?
Sports car. And these puppies, well, they're similar enough. Some of them even use the same engine. We can figure this out.
All right.
Now, let's see here. Can you get me that drop light?
Yeah.
My eyes aren't what they were.
That filter. I remember this shit. Attach this to the hood. Is there a handle I'm missing here? Nothing has been mechanically difficult in this game so far, so I'm definitely missing something obvious. It's gotta be something on the hood, then? Hold the button. I don't think... Ah, wrong button. Got it. Attach the drop light to the hood. Is this where?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Saul's a good kid.
What's that?
Saul was a good kid. I like him. It was nice him coming by.
Yeah? That's good to hear. Never met anyone with so much promise.
Never?
Promise
in
at
my
what?
entire life. Saul's dad was a good man. Didn't think his kid had it. As a boy, he was too soft. But then he got older, graduated college, really came into his own. Eager, more capable than he knows.
Great listener.
Can you believe we were his age once?
Hard to admit.
When I was young, I thought I knew everything.
Yeah? And now?
Today, I learned from you and him about chestnuts.
Well, learn something new every day, I suppose. You check the spark plugs?
Give me a second. What about your boy?
Bill? Oh, he's fine, I guess.
You guess. How old is he again?
Born in 60, so, 32 as of September.
Huh. Roy would have been about his age.
Yeah?
Wow. What's this about you and Bill?
Oh, he don't want to talk to me no more.
What? Bill? Tow-headed little guy, always friendly and outgoing. That Bill?
It's about Sadie.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, mind if I ask you a completely unrelated question?
Hmm?
What's with the airplanes at your neighbor's place?
Oh, Chuck's farm.
Chuck? Huh. Yeah, what's with all the planes? There's no runway around here.
You know how farmers are. Hey, have you checked the air filter?
Yeah. And yeah, I know how you are. You got plenty of junk too, but I've never seen anyone else with, what are they, World War II bombers or something?
I think he has a B-36.
No kidding.
You got no idea what a B-36 is, have you?
Yeah, haven't the foggiest.
Well, a
Neither do I.
B-36 is a big old bomber made out of magnesium. Biggest America ever had. Took 2 train tankers to fill one up. And you could fly from Monday to Thursday without refueling.
So why does Chuck have one in his backyard, plus all the others?
Asked him about that once.
Okay.
Did he say
Wires
it was
loose
lonely?
here.
Where?
Right there. So, what'd he say?
Oh, dead navigator came to him in a dream.
What?
Mm-hmm. Dead navigator from the Korean War came to him in a dream, said the planes were in danger of being lost, and it was up to Chuck to save them.
So, Chuck's crazy.
Well, eccentric maybe, but, yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
If I did, I'd have a different job. Why, do you?
Well, I figure we all move on in some way. Energy is neither created nor lost and all that.
So you're saying a dead navigator came to a farmer in the middle of nowhere, no offense, and told him that it was his job to preserve airplanes?
Yep.
So now there's a bunch of planes on a crazy coot's farm.
And he keeps them safe. Can you think of a better place for him to be?
Well, want to try running it?
So yeah, I like that abstraction too. I think it applies to the slightly sillier horseshoes situation, as well as, I mean, even the animal milking and so on. They're not. The realism here is emotional. I don't know how to deal with this dude. I don't know how to deal with this dude. Ah, okay.
Sure.
All right.
Turn over, you son of a bitch.
Looks like she'll give you a few more years yet. Yeah. Remember Slick?
Sure.
He always wanted one of these.
Where is he now?
Fighting Saddam. Jimmy tried to find out. Classified, I heard.
Good kid.
So damn.
Angry.
Well, maybe when he gets back.
Thinking of giving him the car is, what, thanks for his service?
I never wanted to be thanked for mine, but that boy's seen more hurt than any of us. Deserves better than that old Pinto he is.
Yeah. Well, where to next?
Put my light away. Tidy up my workshop. Lord.
Shotguns,
Do not-
huh?
I always liked shotguns.
Liked?
Still do.
I like revolvers myself, when it's for sport.
Got a few of those.
Oh yeah? What's your favorite?
Them big slab-sided ones. They have a charisma. What about you?
Nothing special, really. 357s when I can. But this is a shotgun.
Yep. Figured we could shoot some skeet. Always liked shooting skeet. Taught Bill to shoot this way.
You're a good father.
Could have been better.
Name a father that couldn't. So, how do we do this? Who's going first?
Y'all know I'm trying to shoot this man over here, which is just terrible. But, I mean, Soul's right over there. None of this would end well. I guess.
I'll go first.
All right, then. This is more my speed.
Oh,
Hanging
no.
out, shooting guns.
Oh!
Maybe a few beers next time.
I'm not sure guns and beers mix, friend.
Incredibly generous.
Sure they do, like peanut butter and very dangerous chocolate. Next time. Trust me, next time.
There isn't going to be a next time.
Oh, there's always a next time.
This is it. After today, we are done.
I've tried to tell you. There is no out. There is no done. You keep doing it. Anything again. It's permanent. Kaput.
Then it's kaput.
I don't mean it.
If that's the way it's got to be.
You have a choice.
You haven't listened to a word I just said.
I've been listening. I've been listening all morning. I've been listening to you talk about being sad and lonely and refusing to listen to reason.
I have my reasons,
Your reasons aren't any good.
but they're mine.
I did jump.
Walk me to my car. So, this is it then.
I feel trapped.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Because I need to.
We're friends, goddammit. You don't get to get all stoic on me. I know losing her was hard, but there's gotta be something. Gotta be.
I can't take care of the farm like I used to. There isn't much point anymore.
So sell the farm. Move into the city. Meet someone new.
Do you believe in hell?
How do you
Do you
tell
believe in hell?
a widower
I'm
meet
not
someone
scared of
new?
hell, if that's what you mean.
I didn't ask if you were scared. I asked if you believe.
I don't know.
Well, I do. And I think doing this, I think that's where I'm headed.
And why? You think you can buy your way into heaven?
I can't take back what I've done. What I can do is do something right,
Why?
because I want to see her again. That's all. I just want to see her again. And I figure I'll do one right thing with my life, just one thing. Maybe I'll get to see her again. One more time.
And this is your one right thing.
It is.
How do you know? How do you know if any of this is true?
I don't know. But I got the notion, and the notion's got me. So, least I can do is, tell you adios.
Just like that.
What else is there to say?
Not much, I guess.
No.
All right, then. Have it your way. I'll be back this evening. You get an afternoon. Do whatever you gotta do. Just, leave the door unlocked.
I can do that.
Adios, friendo.
Be seeing ya.
Oh, I love that. Oh, sorry, just got distracted. So, it seems to me there was never another outcome there. Maybe there could have been. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. prudent leaf tea. Seems reasonable. So, there's a thing that sort of games in this genre do, which is have a bunch of items, or a fair number of items in a room that you can pick up and inspect that don't do anything. But it's like it's there to keep your hands busy because there's going to be 5 minutes of talking in a room. And of course you're going to want to wiggle around like a 5-year-old because it's a video game. And I'm not enamored with that, but I totally get why it's there. Not that I feel like everything needs to do something. Like I don't have like a proposed alternate solution, but it does feel kind of transparent. Not going in cellar yet. I feel like there's gonna be sad stuff down there. Uh-oh. Yeah, so yes, there are ones where there's stuff to learn in the inspection of the items, and that does feel different. I never did complete Gone Home, although I think I watched all of it be played. But yeah, this definitely has the feeling of like I said, sort of idle hands. I have good shampoo. It is blessed. Oh, there are still 2 toothbrushes there. It was. Yeah, yep. I did not. Huh. I didn't hate it. It was just, I don't know, not interested in early 90s punk music? Whatever was going on with the cassettes. I don't remember. But I do think I watched Lucy play most of it, or all of it. It's fine. Uh-oh, I have a tape. Is it going to be early 90s punk music? Whoops. Didn't quite mean to take it out with that much that much vigor. I mean, it could be retro, the way people press shit to vinyl. I do wish I were a little more respectful when I pulled these out of this tape, or the deck, though. That's a little rude. Hi. Okay. Well. Oh no. Scratched. Oh, okay. It shouldn't be so funny. And yet. All right. Oh, I just realized whose room that is. That's my kid's room. presumably my and Sadie's room. We have an odd number of vases around. Oh, I had carried that record in here. Did mention photography. I want to see what's on these pictures. Did y'all have to take, like, a proper film and printing-ish class in school, grade school probably? I mean, I think I had to. It might have been required. Ah. It's fun. I liked lithographic printing more. I thought that was super cool to have big sheets of metal because we would do the printing for the school newspaper. Why are there so many vases? I'm not going to be able to archive this stream on YouTube. It's going to be bullshit copyright things coming out of the woodworks. I don't care, but every time a song plays in a video game, the world we live in provides a reminder. Music is... Okay, it's going. We'll do the cellar, creepy cellar. Uh-oh. There has not yet been super clear, explicit talk of suicide. But I feel like the scene I am approaching. Okay. Look, they got me. They knew that I was gonna be like, am I doing this before the motherfuckers come to kill me? Alright, let's catch an admiral. Oh, are there CWs on the Steam page? I bought this on itch, so...
Come on.
Do I have a fish?
Ooh, nice catch. Come on. Nice catch.
I see. I'm gonna guess that the admiral is a difficult to catch fish.
Come on. Nice catch.
I don't think this is gonna happen. This is not
Come
how I
on.
want to spend my afternoon. I assume at max line tension. Line break. Wow.
Ooh, nice catch.
Catch the fish. So, call the boy. Call the neighbor. Check on the horse. Oh no. Can I just run for the hills? Can I go live in Teddy Thompson's burnt out house shack or whatever their name was, the quarterback? Is this all my land? If so, that's a lot of land. More than seems necessary for a handful of pigs, one horse, and a few goats. The Horse, Part 2.
All righty. Come on now. Come on now. That's a good boy. Brung you an apple. Granny Smith. Just like you like. Good boy.
Untrue statement.
Good boy.
The
You
first
were
live
real
game.
Good to me. You know that? Brought me a lot of good luck. Good times. Without you, I don't, well, I do not know. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all you done. Gonna go ahead and leave the barn door open behind me when I go. You want to leave, you go find someone else. I figure I'll just, I'll leave you to it.
Well, now I have this apple. Check on the horse. Y'all, I do usually try not to cry on stream. You want another apple? No. Call the boy, call the neighbor. Presumably, phone calls happen in houses. Unless he's got some sort of weird sat phone that have the fish in it. What am I gonna do with those fish if I'm dying? That's just a cruel thing to do. I don't remember seeing a phone. Wash your dish when you're done. Ugh. Kitchens? Yes, kitchens have phones. Oh.
Come on, pick up. Please, pick up.
Dad?
Bill, hi. Well, now how'd you know it was me?
Caller ID.
I don't know what that is.
It's
Oh
new.
no.
Tells me who's calling.
Huh, that's some real fancy stuff you got there.
Uh-huh. Listen, I'm busy. Why are you calling?
Oh no. I feel like I have to go through the options that it won't let me say out loud. Because this is the last time we'll ever get to speak. Please don't hate me. I missed you.
Just, hadn't talked in a while.
And whose fault is that?
I never should have let her go.
I,
Probably not true.
can't we talk?
What is there to say? Hi, son. How are the grandkids?
How are they?
Oh, by the way, I put your mom in a rest home. so I could stay there and take care of my goats and my pigs and my stupid horse. Because God forbid, I actually look after my sick wife.
That's not fair.
You put her in a home. You decided she wasn't good enough for you, and you put her in a home.
She was getting forgetful if they found out. Oh. It was to protect her from the mafia. Because maybe she would have said something to the wrong people.
I didn't know what to do. The doctors there, they would.
How hard could it be? Alzheimer's isn't some terrifying boogeyman. Wasn't it you who told me to stay with the ones you love, no matter what? So, what? You didn't love her anymore?
I think that might be an untrue statement about Alzheimer's. She was scared of me, Bill. She couldn't remember who I was, and one day she woke up and she looked at me and she screamed, "Oh, shit."
Don't you dare.
You gave her up. You gave her up to doctors and nurses. You know what they do to people in homes?
What else could I have done? What else? I took care of her until I couldn't anymore. Yeah. This is... Whew.
It was the best home money could buy.
Money. You and your damn money. Cared more about being a rich pig farmer than the people you were supposed to love.
How do you think I made all that money, Bill? No such thing as a rich pig farmer. At least not in the meat.
Hey, I loved you both. I did everything for you, everything.
Yeah, right.
Bill, I didn't want this call to...
You wanted to put my mom in a home. So I'm not sure what you want matters.
Bill, I just called to say...
Say what? Sorry? Did you know I visited her? I found out where you put her, and I visited her.
Oh no. Please don't say she talked. They're listening. Please don't say she talked.
They said you visited sometimes.
She was my wife, Bill.
She cried, Dad. She cried. She wept and she sobbed and she kept asking me where you were. She was so scared, Dad. She was so scared. She wanted you to take her home.
The doctor said sometimes she was lucid, but I couldn't.
She was lucid, Dad. And I held her hand as she sobbed herself to sleep. And I kept holding her hand until they told me I had to go. Where were you? Taking care of your precious chestnuts? Feeding your heritage breed pigs?
No, Bill,
Save it. Talk to your goats or your pigs or whatever it is you do.
Yes, this was the kid who got sick, and that's why they started working for the mob. If I could tell you, if only I could tell you, I love you, Bill. I love you more than I could ever say. I just wanted to tell you goodbye.
I just wanted to tell you goodbye, Bill. I've got some of your stuff all boxed up. If you wouldn't mind coming by in a few days to pick it up.
We'll see.
Goodbye, son.
You'll never make this right, Dad.
I'm still trying.
Call the boy. What happens if I try and call Bill again? Oh no.
Hello?
Hey, Edie, it's...
Oh, hey, you. How are you doing? You know, I was just talking about you with Garth the other day. I said, Garth, you know, we ought to visit.
Yeah, Edie, listen, I don't mean to interrupt. It's just, I'm on a tight schedule, and I need you to do me a favor, all right?
A favor?
You gotta push the little
Sure. What you need?
boobies.
I'm going to be out of town for a few days.
Oh? finally taking my advice and visiting family?
Oh, Edie is not a close friend, if she would say such a thing. Won't be coming back. Can you take
I
care
was
of the animals?
wondering if you and Garth could make sure the animals were fed and watered, that kind of thing.
Oh, sure. We ain't got much going on.
Thanks, Edie. Listen,
Evan, what are you doing? Get down from there. Sorry, cats. Anyway, what were you saying?
Relatable. Goodbye. I was saying goodbye. Would you mind taking care of the animals?
yeah, the animals. I got them fed and watered for today. They should be good for tomorrow, too. But if it's too much of an imposition...
Not at all. We're happy to be imposed upon. You've been a good neighbor for so long. I'm glad you called me today. In fact, just the other day, I said to Garth, if we don't visit, then we should host.
Gonna miss
Reach
you.
out, say hello, put together a little
Sweetie.
neighborly get-together. And
Things
you
I
know
wish
what
I
he
could
said?
say.
He said,
Thank you,
well,
Edie.
Hey, you should drop on by next Saturday afternoon. We're going out to the Harvest Festival with the grandkids, and I know how lonely it's been, what with Sadie gone and all. You should come with.
Well, I appreciate the thought, Edie. I don't think I'll be back in town by then, though. Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. It's been real nice seeing you coming back to church again.
Oh, it's been real nice being welcomed back. But now I gotta go. Chores and such. You know how it is.
Oh, I sure do. Well, come on over sometime. Just got some gooseberries in. We're making pies, and we'd love to have you. I know they're your favorite.
That they are. Gotta go now.
See ya.
Hey here, Brody. How you been?
Oh.
I know I don't drop by as much as I ought. I ain't got an excuse. I still remember when I picked you up. Bill hadn't been himself lately. I wanted him to... I wanted him to smile again. Oh, he saw you and I could see that spark in his eyes. The boy was still mad at me, though, and I guess he had a right to be. But you? You he loved. And I think he came around on me, too.
Bill seems to have been a moody child.
Good boy. Good boy. You want to know something, Brody? I always believe dogs go to heaven, because all dogs is fundamentally good. Now, even the mean ones, they're good too. They're just, hurt or starving or, sick or scared. So, I know where you are. And I know Sadie's probably with you right now. I done wrong, Brody. I done a lot of wrong. And I don't know if I can make up for it. I want to tell you I'll see you soon, but the truth is I do not know. I don't know if I was good enough for you. Or her. I don't know if I did my best. So, this may be goodbye. I love you. And I miss you all the same.
Huh. Okay. So we have curry, steak, stew. I guess we are not going We're not going quietly, I guess. Cook a meal. Come on, there's a... There we go. Oops. Oh no! Okay. You know, I talked relatively recently about wanting to play a cooking sim. Nope. My image of such was not anything so awkward as this. Who's going to eat this? You know what? Mafia motherfuckers deserve this. I hope Breath of the Wild is a less awkward cooking sim than this. Uh-oh. I said it. I clicked on a timer instead? What? This is impossible. Can I do this? Nope. Now my food is on the floor. This is unpleasant. Oh, dining room as separate from kitchen table. Tell my... lived experiences don't often involve separate rooms for these things. I made goop, and then there's people talking outside, I guess. Well, that was quick. No chit-chat. No extra goodbyes. Wait. There's someone named Edie. Just Edie. And she voiced herself. Solid. So, there are a couple things I liked about this sort of dialogue thing. For one, I think the directing was really, really good. I think the only thing that felt a little weird was when you were picking options you knew you couldn't say, and your character kind of like made a weird little grunt. But other than that, like, the conversation felt smooth. The other thing is that I think they made good use of the, you're not going to say verbatim necessarily the option that you pick, which I feel like this was something that was less fun in maybe Mass Effect, where you were like, whoops. But this felt natural. This felt like, well, I mean, none of this is natural, it's a video game, but it felt okay the way they summarized it down and then could expand out when they actually said something. But, yeah. Huh. So that's Adios. A game by... shit. Not a game by shit. Game by... group beginning with the letter M? Maybe Greg will have it closer on hand. I should have looked it up. Mischief. And I bought it on itch. I think it was $20. It's on Steam. Seems to be in the Microsoft store. If that's a place people want to buy their games. I'm sure there's somebody. But yeah, this was interesting. I think I expected things to be a little more drawn out in the final scene. Like, what was that shotgun for? Like, why did I set a shotgun out with 2 shells? I don't know. Should have done better on my last meal. But, yeah. Huh. I'll be thinking about this one, I think. Oh, to indicate that he could have defended himself but didn't? Yeah. Did have opportunities all day, though. I mean, I had a shotgun with seemingly infinite ammo in that sort of skeet shooting scene. Could have ended everything right then. Well, move things into a different phase, I guess, you know. But, anyway, so, yeah. This has been Adios. So, what's going on future-proof-wise? Our latest episode of our podcast came out last week. That is the Future Proof Plays podcast. It's about 11-minute episode, catching up on the latest news. Find that over at futureproofgames.com. Well, really, your favorite podcatcher is the best place to get it. We are in the Steam sale, as the title of this stream indicates. Steam sale goes on until July 8th. You can get The Majesty of Colors and or Ossuary 50% off through that sale. So that's cool and fun if you don't have our stuff. Let's see, what other, I don't think there's much other news I wanted to mention. So Greg will be streaming in 2 weeks. I don't think that Greg has picked their next game. Also, I have run out of games. I had 3 months of games, like, pre-scheduled just because I'd gotten recommendations on streams. And at the time I was like, oh, July is so far away. I'll sort it out what my next game will be then. So here we are. My July game just got played. So I'm happy to take recommendations here, Mastodon, whatever, Twitter, I guess, for what my next game should be, even if it's a game that you in chat made yourself, and are like, hey, you should play my game. That's cool if it's in line with, you know, sort of general ethical living and probably isn't just a murder game. Yes, Greg says they bet they'll be streaming something from the Palestinian Relief Bundle. Who could avoid doing so at this point? There were well over 1,000 games in that. And if it's not something from the Palestinian Relief Bundle, it will be one from the BLM bundle last year. So, yes, tons of games. I'll pick something. Greg will pick something. All of our schedule is over at futureproofgames.com. So, enough rambling. I am going to go bake some bread with my sourdough starter that is being good consistently. So, thank you all, and have a delightful afternoon.